Hello, y'all. Happy Lionsgate Portal. Woo-hoo. We are on the eighth day, the eighth month of an 8 year. And it's a really interesting time that we are in right now. And I have one practical gift for you if you choose to accept on a way that you can work with this. And it's something that I'm really resonating with. So I'm excited to share it with you. Before I go there, though, I wanted to say be mindful of what you do today. Be mindful of who you interact with, of new habits and rituals that you begin. Um, I found even last night I was having a hard time getting settled for the evening, which is not really like me. However, I do think it was that the pressure changes with the storm. We are biological beings and we are affected by water and pressure. And I definitely think it had something to do with that. We had a big tropical storm blowing through here, and or maybe it was a hurricane. I don't know. I don't watch the news. And I only really ever notice when a storm comes, and I'm like, it would have been probably a good idea to listen to the radio or watch the news so I would be a little bit more informed. Anyway, so I had a hard time getting settled, and I just decided to go to sleep on my couch, which probably happens 5 times or less in an entire year. So it's very rare, very rare. And I went to sleep until like 4 a.m., which was kind of cool. And woke up and went to my bed and then slept in. And it was awesome. And it was exactly how I wanted to spend this sacred portal of nourishment and resting myself. And it's very in alignment with my anchor word of devotion. And so just devoting to me and pouring into me and honoring what my body needs and trusting that it is perfect. And so 2024, why is that an eight? So you add 2024 together to get the annual number. So last year we were in a 7 year, 2023. This year we're in an 8 year, 2024. Next year, 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5 is a 9. We will be in a 9 year, which is very significant. 9 is about completions. It's the ending of a cycle. It's the turning of a new leaf. So it's very important the energy we're in this year, which is the 8 frequency, which is about our harvest. What have you been working on the last 7 years? What have you been building? What has been your anchor, your focus, your pivots that you've made? And where are you at now? And are you thus far seeing the fruits of that labor? Or are there more fruits that you're seeking? And maybe just through that focus and calibration of, oh, yeah, 7 years ago, I really wanted to love myself so deeply. And this year, I love myself so much that I record daily diaries for the world to see. Let's just say that as an example. I'm not actually sure if that was one of my intentions, although sure, yes, it's always my intention to love and accept myself more fully, so that I can show up bigger in the world. So yes, I would say that is one of mine. See if you have a harvest in the sense of a home, if you've been wanting a home, if you wanted a nest, if you wanted a partner, if you wanted clarity around what love means. Have you learned? Where are you at? So the 8 years is a great time to collect your goodies. And if you haven't worked that hard or intentionally in the last 7 years, it may be very hard to see how this year is rewarding you in any kind of way, which is the beauty of understanding numbers so that you can actively co-create with them. So now you know if you were ignorant to it before, which is okay. Moving into the 9 year, what are we wrapping up? What are we wanting to let go of? What cycles are we wanting to complete? What are we wanting to um, leave in the past and intentionally move out of? 9 years are amazing, amazing years. I had a 9 year last year. If you know a flicker of my personal story, you can see how many things were ended last year. And this year is a 1 year for me personally. So the way you find your personal year number is you add your day of birth, your month of birth, and the universal year, 2024, whatever year we're in. So mine is 5 plus 24 plus 2024. So You will eventually, as you keep adding to reduce to get a single digit, you will get a 1. Um, I think it adds to be a 10, but if you get a 10, it's a 1. You drop the 0. So my 1 year has been, uh, again, another reason why I chose the word devotion, really pouring into me and my priestess path and what lights me up as a woman, as a priestess, those relationships and choices that really feel like they're in alignment with those principles, and continuing for me to cultivate my code of ethics and principles and refresh and renew them has been an important part of this year. So that's a little lesson on numerology. Now, here's the practical point on how to work with 888 today. And I got this from a friend yesterday on the phone. I was collaborating on a potential class that we might be doing in Colorado. Stay tuned. So 888, they were talking about how they plan to goal set for 8 days out of today, which is next Friday, the 16th, August 16th, and then 8 months out from today. Oh, and then in between there, 8 weeks. So 8 days out, what's your goal from 888? 8 weeks out, what's your goal from today? And 8 months out, what is your goal? And just setting these little mile markers, 888, being intentional about that. And I went ahead and broke down the dates. And so 8 days out from today will be next Friday, August 16th, 2024. 8 weeks out will be October 31st, 2024. And then 8 months out will be April 8th, 2025. So it'll be into spring of next year. And also, that's the astrological new year. That'll be Aries season. So I just love this. You know how I feel about goal setting if you've heard my other episode. I like to choose anchor words instead, so it leaves a little bit of room for flexibility and fluidity, evolution, change, dynamism. And so I think that's what I'm going to do for this one as I kind of mapped out and I can look at like, okay, by next week, by next Friday, what do I want to have completed? Um, and I'm going to play with this. I may have some practical things, but I think I want to anchor into a word and build on that. And I'm really feeling the person that I was speaking to has the Gene Key 9 as their life's work. And inertia is one of the beautiful signatures of that key. And I feel like I want to anchor my 8 day mark with that word, inertia. And inertia is a beautiful, beautiful concept because it speaks about the challenge of that initial step and the momentum that's gained after the initial step is taken. So it's a beautiful key and a beautiful concept to bring into this next season, Leo season, lion energy. Yeah, what is building in inertia naturally, and what do I like? What would I like to increase the inertia around? And I can already think of a few very practical things. So I give this to you. I hope that it helps you. Oh, I just looked down the clock. We're 8 minutes in recording. There's also a wonderful, wonderful YouTube. I'm going to link up to this YouTube. That's an Abraham Hicks talk, and they do these little fun animations along with her talks. I don't know who does these. There's so many channels around that have, excuse me, oh, 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 that have these animations mixed with her answering questions from live events. And she speaks about the beauty of your guides communicating with you through number synchronicity. And she just says it like incredibly. So I'm going to link that up too so you can listen to it. I was on a Abraham Hicks rampage yesterday, just listening to one video after the other. It was so nourishing as always, so soothing and comforting. But she references how the synchronicity of numbers, like when you see, I always see 1111 or 555, I always see it. Um, your guides and your angels are using those tools and tactics and signs to communicate with you, to bring your joy, to let you know you're in alignment, to let you know you're on your path. A lot of people come up to me and they're like, what does 444 mean? Like, what does that mean? And the meaning for me is way different than the meaning is for you. So it's all a very unique um, dance and game with the universe that I would encourage you to work with your guides and speak with them and ask them, what does this mean? Was that thought that I was just thinking in alignment? Was that person I was just talking to for me? Am I literally physically on the right path? Keep going. It's so fun to figure out what your guides are communicating about with that. So I hope that this serves you. 888, 8 days out, 8 weeks out, 8 months out. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to look like? What do you want to feel like? Who are you around? Where are you living? Yeah, good stuff. Happy Lionsgate portal. I hope you use this powerful, powerful, powerful portal to hone in and focus on the beautiful light being that you are and share that beautiful energy with others and know that you are so loved, so cherished by this universe. Go forth and collect your harvest. Beautiful beings. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.